slick. I mean, jam. Jammed.
Jammed. That's it?
Yeah. One more though, and
Again, jammed.
for the first time. I'm ready. I got excited.
I get excited. All right, guys, this is the German Sports Guns 1911 22 LR. And this is a short barrel. I believe this is 3 inches. You have your grip safety and you have your thumb safety. Your thumb safety right here. So I like this thumb safety because as you see it's ambidextrous, but if you hold it with your left hand, you can still put it down if you need to, put it up. But I like it because on the right side, which most people are right-handed, it's a little bit bigger. And this is perfect for you to rest your thumb. It kind of gives it a natural position for you to just rest your thumb on it. One thing that I noticed is that sometimes when I hold my gun, is that it will hold the slide. And the 22 long rifle is not that much of a strong caliper. So like sometimes my thumbs will hold it up and it will go back slowly. So I've noticed that with this gun. Also the grips, it's not the best grip safety there is. if you don't hold it right, it won't shoot. I wasn't able to capture it in camera, but it does have that problem. The thing that I do like about this gun is that you can have a full arm on it. I have relatively big hands. They're like somewhere between humongous and big. Mine is big, so they're not humongous, but they're big hands, more than your average person. I like how I can have full grip on it. Still has a little bit of room right here. I can hold it relaxed, but right here is perfect. The magazine release, just like any other 1911, you kind of have to break your grip to reach it. If you can still reach it, like you kind of like, you're like really forcing yourself to get it. It's better if you just like that. If you lose your grip a little bit. This gun is more like for practice or range or target practice. It's very fun to shoot. The sights that it comes with stock are very, very nice, very accurate sights. The 22 LR bullet, it's very accurate in general. It's a small bullet, but it's going relatively fast. Not fast by any means, but like fast for the size that it is. So far, everything I'm able to point at and I can shoot or aim at and shoot, like I've hit. If I take my time and align my sights, if I'm in a rush or doing drills, sometimes I don't align my sights perfectly and I miss. But that's the fun about doing drills. And this is a nice economical way of shooting in a budget. And if you have a 1911, they sell a full-size version of this. So if you have a 1911 and you have the same sights on your regular 1911, whether it's chambered in 45, 9 mil or 40 Smith & Wesson 10 mil, it's good to have a similar gun that you shoot with or that you carry with, to have it as a 9mm. The reason for it is because you can practice with the 9mm, with the 22 LR, and then every once in a while you could move to your 9mm, your 45, your whatever your carry ammo is, and that would be great. So again, like the trigger on this gun feels just like a 1911, and the thing that I love about 1911 is that you have that wall, that nice crisp wall. Like I don't know if you guys can hear it, but that's all the slack it has. And I know in some other guns, if you had like trigger, it could be just as nice, but this trigger, it's just like hitting that wall. Like there's no take up. So again, just wall, trigger. I love that. And it just feels so nice. Like there's no smushiness or anything like that. It's a nice crisp trigger. All right, so we have the German sports guns 1911 style gun. This gun has been safety checked. There's no magazine inside, and it's empty. I checked it visually, stuck my finger in there, make sure there's nothing there, and pointed at a safe direction, and it doesn't shoot. We're gonna be cleaning this gun, and I'm gonna be going over the steps with you guys. All right, first thing is first, we're gonna remove this little lock back slide thingy. For that, you see this bulge right here in the back, we're gonna push that in, and we're gonna slide the slide back, and there's like a little notch right there. I don't know if you can see it right there. I'll zoom in closely. You want to line it up. Once it's lined up, you're gonna want to push it from behind. See how it pops up, and now you can move with your hands. It's out. And now we could turn it around, With your kit, you should have gotten in 2 Allen keys when you buy this gun. You could be using the silver Allen key, and there's an Allen key right here, right there. It's the 3rd pin from the left to the right, 3rd one. Go to loosen it up, righty tighty, lefty loosey. One thing I do to not lose my parts, I bought this cleaning mat. It's a 1911, but it works with other guns, and they also make them for other guns. It's cool because it comes with this little pouch over here where you can just put your miscellaneous stuff. The kit also came with a screwdriver. It comes with the gun. We'll see. I'll show you what is that for later on. With the same Allen key, you're going to want to press the 1st pin out. So you just press a little bit, and that's it. Turn it around. You see how it came out? This one just comes out by hand. No special tools needed. From here, your slide should be able to come right out. Little bit of force. This likes to get stuck sometimes. So what I like to do is push it all the way in. Make sure it goes all the way in. And it should, the best way, the instructions say, it's in and out like that. I'll do it again in case you miss it. All right, so the best way to remove this is to grab it from the center. There's 2 pins. As you can see, there's 2. So you grab the center one, and you're gonna wanna pull it back and down. So close up, back, and down. You see it? Back and down. It comes out. Just be careful because the spring will fly out, as you can tell, and you don't want to lose it or damage it. So just have a good grip on it and expect this to pop out too. So yeah, have your finger ready to catch it. Your barrel should come out very easily. What I did, I just pull it forward, up, and it should come right out. So now you got your slide, you got your barrel, and then you got your frame. From here, what I like to do, I like to use any cleaner. It works great. With 22s, they're very unreliable, and it's very important you clean them really well. So whatever your cleaner you feel most comfortable using, use. So right here, I like to spray where the hammer is at. You can see there's a lot of grime. Wherever you see grime, clean it. Right here is with the ammo loads onto the barrel. So I'll clean that as well. So don't be afraid to use too much. Right here, again, you see all that gunk. You want to get rid of all that gunk. Right here. Not so much right here, but mainly right here. See, you can see I made a mess. On the slides are usually relatively clean. What usually gets dirty is right here. Right here where the hammer hits sometimes, but not really. The most important thing I like to say is right here. Let me see. And I can bring some light for you guys. So I got some light. And like I mentioned, as you can see, all that grime in there. You can see where the shells has hit the slide and it's been damaging it a little. And let me see if we can focus. Right there, you see all that grime? We want to clean all of that out as much as we can. And right here, there's a little bit of grime right here. Not so much in the back, but we still want to clean it. Most of it's right here in the front. That's where most of our attention will go. So you sprayed it really well. What you want to do next? I have this toothbrush I got at a gun store. I like it because it comes with this little one, and it's good to get into those tight places. But if you don't have this, an old toothbrush will work just fine. This is like a plastic material, a little bit more stronger, but not strong enough that it will scratch the metal. So this is why I like to use this, as opposed to this is kind of more soft. But use whatever you like. I started off with this, and then I upgraded with this as I got more guns and got more experience with cleaning, and I actually enjoy cleaning. So you can start right here, get all the big stuff out. And just FYI, there'll be like lots of people telling you how to clean it, or if you're not cleaning it right, clean it to the best of your abilities. Don't take the lazy way out, because God forbid if you ever to use one of these in self-defense, you know that you have the most reliable version of that tool that you have. So you always want to keep it in top tier condition. So don't cut any corners. Yeah, it's just clean, clean, clean. And as you can see, it's already starting to look a lot more better. And then you can move on to the slide. Like I said, most of the tension will be right here. You can see a little bit of the grime right here. The lighting is not the best, I apologize. But I'm just gonna clean that area really well and just show you like how clean can you actually get it. And if you need to spray with more cleaner, spray with more cleaner. Don't be cheap on your cleaner. Like, this is not by any means a self-defense gun or a gun that you take to war or anything like that. This is 22 LR. If this is all you can afford or all you can practice with, it's fine. I use this gun to practice a lot. It's fun to practice. It's a fun little hobby gun, but it's not the most deadliest cartridge out there. Doesn't have the most stopping power, doesn't have the most penetration power. It's more just a gun to like play with. I got these little 100% cotton rags. You want to leave these because these don't leave any residue. With some guns, it doesn't really matter. It's like Glocks. You can use like in toilet paper if you want to clean it. It'll clean just fine. Particles don't really seem to bother that gun as much. But something as for this German sports guns, this one in particular is very picky about cleaning it. The first few times I cleaned it, I cut a few corners. I didn't clean it well enough and it jammed up a lot. And then the second time I cleaned it too well and added too much lubrication, and then it wouldn't cycle. So yeah, just clean as best as you can. And let me know if you guys like this format of videos that I'm making of like the gun review and the cleaning of the gun all in one video, or if you guys would prefer for me to separate them, like just do like a review on the gun and then another video on how to clean it. Everybody has different preference, but yeah, you see there's a little smudge on the right. I'm gonna see if I can get rid of that. And always safety check your guns before cleaning them. I know I didn't right here, but I already checked it off camera. So I already knew it was safe before I even started. I know a lot of YouTube gun reviews that I've watched on how to clean certain guns have that. They show that you cleared it. I don't really see a purpose in that other than just giving the peace of mind to the viewers. But if you guys want, I could go over on how I clear my guns and make sure that they're safe to use. Let's see if we got rid of that spunk. see. It looks like we did. Yeah. And just for, I know this area likes to get dirty. So I'm just gonna clean a little bit more. In the slide. This is a fun gun to have. Let's go back to this. What I like to do is just use one wipe to like clean down the one gun. It also depends how big the gun is. 1 or 2 wipes. I'll use the second one just to verify that I got everything. Make sure it's all nice and clean. Verify that it's as clean as it's going to get. You see that smudge right there? Let's try to get rid of that. Much better. I think I could get a little bit more. Just inspecting it. It's pretty clean. Like I mentioned, this part likes to get dirty sometimes. Make sure everything's nice and clean. Some people like to clean their magazine well. That's more like if you're like dropping your gun, you're in dirt, or it's really dusty outside. Make sure everything nice and clean. Make sure everything's nice and clean. So now we're gonna clean the inside of the barrel. The way I do this, I have a 22 LR long rifle brush. So that goes in there and goes out. I use one of these. This part is way too long. So I like to leave it a little loose and just let it do its thing. Got too excited. use this one better. I feel more comfortable using this one. Why? Because it twists right here. And I'll just make sure this catches it all. Soak in there. You gotta clean your barrel, guys. Oops, sorry. I'm tipping the camera over here. So now, if you look inside, it seems like the brush got most of it out, all the gunk out. It's nice and shiny. So that'll do for now. So now what I like to do, I grab one of these cloths. Keep in mind that my fingers are dirty, but you see how this is clean? So you just run it over all your parts that you clean. This is white, gunk is black. If it was dirty, it will show. So I start with all the major parts first, like right here. And if I see that they're dirty, I'll give them another pass. This is oily, it's not dirty. If it was dirty, it would be black. Yeah. It's all good. Uh-oh, looks like I missed some spots right here. Looks like I missed some spots right here. So now what I do, sometimes this, because it's softer, it folds and gets into those edges better. Wipe it down with a dirty one to get most of it out. And again, we try with the clean side. Clean. Perfect. We'll try this gun, the frame. Make sure it's nice and clean. Relatively clean. So yeah, it is. I'll save that napkin for the next time I clean a gun. So now what I do, I grab my gun oil. Always buy from your local gun store. Try to support them. My local gun store is Yellow Mart. They have great customer service. Shout out to Mark and B. You guys are always very helpful. Great customer service. I recommend anybody to go there if you guys are ever in the Palm Springs area. This is what they carry. This is what Mark recommended me, and this is what I'm going to use. So when I oiled my gun, only oil the parts that are moving. So the slides move. So you can want to put this, a drop on the slide. One drop is enough. Trust me, this stuff goes a long ways. One drop. Maybe right here, because you see some friction. That'll be good for now. Firearm pin. Like I said, I got carried away one time and I over looped it. So now to assemble everything. You also want to clean this. And when you clean it, you're gonna want to put oil on it. A quick wipe down does just fine. I didn't record myself. but it wiped out with this just fine. So now to reassemble. Put the barrel in. Some people like to oil the barrel, the outside of the barrel, because it's rotating. That's just on you. There is such things as too much oil on these guns, so don't over oil your guns. So to put this in, you're gonna wanna line it up as best you can. Get it in there. And remember, it's not lined up. I can tell it's not lined up because there you go. Now it's lined up. You want to, if you can do this, your slide will be able to go all the way back and forth. So make sure you can do this. That way, you also double check with your barrel. Make sure it lines up. Perfect. It's very common if you don't put that on correctly, your slide won't go all the way back. It will go halfway and it'll get stuck. So you want to make sure your slide goes all the way back. So now to put the pins the exact opposite order we took them out. So we're gonna start with this side. The push pin goes on the other side. Goes in just like that. Perfect. Turn it around. Your Allen key bolt. Start off by hand. And this is for anybody that might freak out that I'm cleaning my gun in an area that's not safe. This is my my garage, and there's nobody around, just me. You just gotta tighten this down until it bottoms out. And once it bottoms out, you'll feel it because it won't go no more. These things do not get loose. And if they do, you have your tools with you, hopefully. So just nice and tight. That's all I like to go. It won't go no more. And then we can put the slide lock back on. So you wanna slide it, line up your marks again. A lot of people scratch their frame by doing this incorrectly or by being too anxious. So line up, perfect. It's almost there. Bam. Perfect. Slide up. It's locked up now. Perfect. This is a magazine for the German Sports 22 LR, made in Germany. I'm going to use these snap caps. They come in a variety of colors. I know some people 3D print them themselves. You can see where the fire pin hits on this one. I have not used this one yet. This is not live ammunition. It is not real bullets. So now it's loaded. Put it down. Fired. Next round. See where it had a primary strike. I like to do this a few times just to make sure that the gun is working safely and reliably. So let's try it again. So this is the first time I use this snap cat right here, and it's giving me problems. I think it's a snap cat. I'm gonna use this blue one here that I've used plenty of times to show people how to use a gun. Perfect. Yep, it was a snap cat. Yep, so it was a snap cat that was giving me problems. Nothing to do with the gun. The gun cycled perfectly. So yeah, there you go, guys. The German Sports 1911 22 LR. It's a great gun. It's a fun practice gun. I love using it for practice. The ammo is cheap. It's still relatively cheap compared to all the other box ammos where you're going like at $40-50 a box. This is still really cheap ammunition, relatively speaking to the other ones. It's fun to shoot. I have no complaints about it. It's fun to shoot. There's something about like shooting a deadly bullet that makes it fun. Yes, you can get a BB gun. You can practice in your backyard, and it could be somewhat fun. But just something about shooting a lethal cartridge that just makes it a little bit more exciting. The gunpowder, the noise, really, it's an experience. So some people argue just get a BB gun. You can practice in your backyard. You don't have to worry about breaking any laws or killing anybody or anything. And you're absolutely right. A BB gun will be just as fine as this, but this is accurate. I noticed with BB guns, I bought one for my cousin, and they're not accurate. The BBs like to fly to the right or to the left sometimes, but they're fun to shoot. Like we practice all the time together with her BB gun, and it's fine. But this one is really accurate. Whatever you're aiming at, if your sights are aligned, you will hit it. So there's that factor in it. And yeah, like you guys, as you saw on the videos, this bullet likes to get jammed up occasionally.